Hey there, it's Alex Silverfagan, and welcome to your relaxing yoga flow. This is perfect right before bed, or if you just want to relax your body and ease into a calmer state of mind. We're going to start seated just like this. Let's start cross-legged. Sit nice and tall, right? And just settle into your body. And let's close the eyes. If you are doing this right before bed, I want you to just take a moment and think of all the good things that happened today. And any of those stressful moments that went about, just let them go. Starting to just wind down, shut off the mind, shut off the body. Good, wherever you are in your breath, I want you to just exhale all of the air out of your mouth. Gently bring your left hand to your heart, your right hand to your belly. We're just gonna breathe deeply, inhale through the nose, feel the breath fill up into the fingertips. And then exhale again out of the mouth, feeling the belly fall. We're gonna keep this breath in through the nose and out through the mouth, just cooling down the body. We're not trying to heat anything up, just settling in. You can slowly flutter the eyes open. Take an inhale to reach your arms up towards the sky and just gently twist towards the right. Left hand comes on your right knee, right hand comes behind you. Just gently inhale to sit taller, and then exhale, just twist a little deeper. But again, just moving slowly, letting the body unwind and relax. And then you'll inhale, come through center. And drop the hands down towards the left, right hand over the left knee, left hand behind you. Just breathing deeply into the twist. And then inhale to come through center, reach the arms up. And then gently let your hands come out in front of you, forward folding, reaching the fingertips down, letting your head drop. Think of this as a child's pose, just with the legs crossed. You'll feel a little release in the hips. It should feel good. And the more you walk your fingertips out, the more I want you to think about pulling your shoulders back so you create space between the shoulders and the ears. And then you'll slowly crawl your fingertips back towards your body, lifting your torso up. And then gently make your way to a tabletop. Hands come underneath your shoulders, knees find their way underneath your hips. And then you'll drop the belly as you inhale, looking up. And then exhale, round, pushing into the floor, doming the back. Good, taking some more cat-cows here. Inhale up, wrap the shoulders down, really arch in the low back. And then exhale, tuck the chin around the spine, pull the belly button up towards the sky. One more each, inhale. And exhale. Good, from here, just gently tuck your toes, lift your hips, find a downward facing dog. You can bend the knees left and right, maybe even move the head around. Just noticing any parts that are tight from your movement. And then find a nice solid shape, pressing into every fingertip, lifting out of your wrists, out of your shoulders. Tailbone is reaching towards the sky, sits bones shining up. There's this slight internal rotation of your thighs, almost as if there's a block in between your inner thighs and you're pushing it backwards. Good soft bend in the knees. Energy is reaching for the ground from your heels, but your heels don't need to touch the floor. Carefully step your right foot forward towards the top of the mat. Drop your back knee, untuck your toes, and take an inhale to reach your arms forward and up for a low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Good, sink the hips forward, wrap the heart towards the sky, and just notice, did you arch too much in your low back? Can you pull the tailbone down, low ribs down, and lift up from the upper back, the back of the heart space? Good, conscious to pull your right hip back, left hip forward. And then I want you to gently drop your right arm and side bend up and over towards the right, getting deep into the intercostal muscles and particularly the psoas in the left hip flexors. Good, maybe your gaze comes up a little bit. And then gently let yourself round forward, bringing your hands back to frame your front foot. Take an inhale to lift your heart, and then exhale to slide your hips back, finding half Hanuman, half split. Right toes to the sky. Good. That right leg can be straight, but you don't need to overly lock out that joint. So soft bend in the right leg is fine, and you're just focusing on the back of that right leg, that hamstring. And just take note, did you slide your hips all the way to the left? Can you pull them a little bit more to the right so that your hips are square forward? Slowly start to crawl yourself forward, back towards the top of the mat. Then take your left foot, turn it so that your left shin is parallel to the back of the mat. You're gonna sweep your left arm back behind you, lifting up, and then extend that right leg and your right fingertips over your head. Stargazer, this should feel really good, opening up that right hip here. You can be on your fingertips, or maybe your hand can reach the floor. Go, one more deep breath here. And then carefully just make your way back to your downward facing dog in whichever way is careful and easiest for you. Once you're there, just take a few breaths. And then moving to the other side, gently place your left foot towards the middle of your hands, drop your back knee, and untuck your toes. Inhale to reach your arms forward and up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale to sink your hips towards the ground. Good. Notice, did you start to sink into your lumbar spine? Can you pull the low ribs down so the core is engaged, tailbone tucks down, and then you can lift in and out of your waist and up towards the upper back, the back of the heart. Gaze is up. Take another inhale here. And then just gently drop your left arm so you can side bend towards the left, breathing into the right side of your body a little bit more. You should feel those hip flexors, your psoas, your intercostal muscles. And then take another inhale. Exhale to gently bring your hands back towards the front of the mat to frame your front foot. Lift your heart, and then exhale, slide your hips back, coming into your half split on this side. Good, let the head drop down, and then again, did the hips sway all the way to the right? Can you gently pull them to the left, soft bend in that left leg, and just let yourself drop down. Remembering to be gentle, moving with ease, and consciously checking in with the body at every moment. Let's slowly crawl our hands back towards the top of the mat. We're gonna take that right foot, turn it so your right shin is parallel to the back of the mat. Sweep your arms up, right hand behind you, left arm reaches up and over your head, and left leg is nice and long. Back in this stargazer. Again, your hand can come all the way to the floor, but really think about length from the entire left fingertips towards your left toes. Got a big stretch here. One more breath. And then exhale to gently make your way back to a downward facing dog, moving slowly, carefully. Let's inhale, pick the right foot up, but slide the right knee to the back of the right wrist and your right foot to the back of your left wrist. Drop your back knee, untuck your toes, setting up for your pigeon here. Now your right shin, we want it to be as close to parallel to the front of the mat as possible, but most bodies don't do that. So it's totally okay for it to be on an angle. Just slide your hips a little bit further into the ground. And it's okay if that right booty cheek is off of the ground. If it is, maybe you can grab something to put it underneath, but otherwise, all good. Good, lift the chest here, take an inhale, and then exhale to let yourself round forward, folding over that right leg, only going as far as your body allows. So if you're here, awesome. Even if you're here, that's perfect, right? I'm capable of going a little bit further, so I'm gonna get there, but don't feel pressured or rushed to go any deeper than your body is allowing. We're gonna stay here for about 3 more deep breaths. Wherever you are, slowly start to crawl your way back up. And then just gently tuck the back toes, lift the knee, just so you can slide your right knee back. Bring yourself all the way down to the ground. Bring your toes together. Your heels can fall open. Let yourself come all the way down. Hands are underneath your shoulders. And then press into the tops of your feet. Squeeze your booty and just start to lift your upper back, coming into your baby cobra. Good. Keep the chin tucked down. Squeeze your legs. Squeeze your booty. And then maybe the fingertips and the hands come off of the mat here. Good. Take another big inhale. And then exhale to let it go, pressing back through your tabletop to your downward facing dog. Moving to the other side, let's slide the left knee to the left wrist and the left foot to the right wrist. Sliding my right leg back behind me. Again, not worrying about if I'm parallel to the front of the mat, just sinking my hips down to a place that feels good. Inhale to lift your chest, create some space, and then you'll fold forward to as much as your body allows. Breathing into the outside of the left hip. Take one more deep breath here, releasing any of that tension in your hips. And then slowly start to crawl your way back up, lifting out of the pose. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee, and just gently step back to a downward facing dog. Good. On your inhale, I want you to roll forward, place your knees down to the floor, and then you'll sit your hips off to the side and just make your way onto your seat. Feet are gonna come to the floor, knees to the sky. Reach your arms nice and long and just gently roll yourself down to your back. Once you get on your back, you can bring your knees into your chest. Just give yourself a little hug here. And then we're gonna keep the right knee where it is. Extend your left leg long. You can make some circles in that right hip, maybe in that ankle. And then gently keep your left hand on your right knee. You're gonna bring your right arm out to the side. And as you exhale, gently bring your knee across your body to the left, coming into a gentle supine spinal twist. Your gaze comes over your right shoulder, and there's no need to tug on your left leg. It doesn't need to go to the floor, right? But what I do want you to be conscious of is that right shoulder is gonna wanna lift off of the mat, press it back down. So it's really just about the spine, the twist coming from the torso, not the shoulders. And then gently come back through center. We'll switch sides by first bringing the knees close to you and then extend the right leg. Left knee is close to your chest. You can make some circles in that hip, in that ankle. And then carefully extend your left arm. Gently bring that left knee across your body to the right as your gaze comes over your left shoulder. Again, just letting the body go to a range of motion that it's allowing, not tugging, not forcing, right? What I've noticed is when you push or you force things in life, it's just gonna come right back to bite you. And gently coming back through center, bringing both the knees into your chest for one final hug. And then releasing into your final shavasana. Arms and legs extend, palms open up to the sky, feet flop open. Just let yourself sink down into the mat. Just let the head get heavy. Taking up space here. And then starting to let go of the focus on your breath and just letting the thoughts pass by. Taking pleasure in the fact that you have nothing left to do except simply be. As always, this shavasana is yours. Take as much time as you need and enjoy having just time for you. When you do decide to move, please do so quietly as not to disrupt the lightness you've created in your heart, your soul, your mind, and your body. As always, it's a pleasure to practice with you, and I hope to see you next time right back here. I'm Alex Silver-Fagan, and until then, namaste.